Hello everyone, I am Manishi Singh from Kendriya Vidyalaya 39 GTC, and today we are going to study about um, the modern periodic table in the lesson Classification of Elements and Periodicity in Properties. Now in this lesson we know that the modern periodic table has come after the Mendeley's table. Now in the modern periodic table we know that the elements are placed according to the increasing atomic number. The elements are placed in order of the increasing atomic number. So we can say that the periodic law is that the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. Periodic function we say because after a certain period the same configuration is repeated. So we say it is periodic functions of the atomic numbers. So the modern periodic table is based on the increasing atomic number. Now if you look at the periodic table, this is the periodic table. If you look at the modern periodic table, you can see that there are 18 vertical columns. In the modern periodic table, there are 18 vertical columns. Now, the vertical columns, you can see these are vertical columns and you can count them. There are 18 vertical columns. Now, these 18 vertical columns, these are actually different groups. We call these vertical columns as groups. The vertical columns are known as groups, and there are 7 horizontal columns. These horizontal columns, you can see, first is hydrogen, and then you have helium. This is the first horizontal column. Then you have lithium, beryllium, and boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, like this. So these horizontal columns are known as periods. Now this is the first horizontal column, then you have second, then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the 7th horizontal column. These horizontal columns are the periods. Now at the bottom of the periodic table you can find 14 elements present in 2 horizontal rows. 14 elements are present in 2 horizontal rows. If you look at the periodic table, we can see that there are different blocks of elements. Now this block is known as the S block. This is the S block, this is the D block, this is the P block, and this is the F block. Now how are these blocks named? The last electron coming in the atom is in the S orbital, then the element belongs to S block. If the last electron is entering the D orbital, it comes in the D block. If it is entering the P orbital, the last electron, it is P block, and if it is entering the F orbital, it is known as the F block element. Now coming to the first element, that is hydrogen. Now hydrogen is placed somewhere in the middle because its position is controversial. Its configuration is 1s1. It means it is half filled s orbital. So it is half filled s orbital. It can be placed in group 1. Group 1, this is group 1. It can be placed in the first group. The first vertical column is group 1 because it has just 1 electron. It can also be placed in group 17. This is the group 17. This vertical column is group 17, the halogen group. Now it can be placed in group 17 also because it needs just 1 electron to complete its shell. So the position of hydrogen is very controversial. So to eliminate all the problems, it has been placed separately in the middle. Then after hydrogen we have helium. Helium is here. This is helium. Now helium has a configuration of 1s2. Now the two electrons enter the 1s orbital only. They complete the 1s orbital. So helium, since it has its complete duplet, it is an inert gas. Now group 1 and group 2, these are group 1 and 2. Now you can see group 1 and 2 elements. These come in the s block elements. These are the s block elements. Group 1 is known as alkali metals. Group 1, which has elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, these are known as the alkali metals. Now they are known as alkali metals because these dissolve in water to form alkali. So these are alkali metals, and they have just one electron in their outermost shell. The outer electronic configuration of all the elements present in this group will be same, of any group for that matter, is same. Now coming to the second group, which is also known as alkaline earth metals. The second group is of beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Now this group is known as alkaline earth metals. This group is made up of these elements, and these have a configuration of s2, 1s2, 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, like this. So s orbitals are being filled. So since the last electron is entering the s orbital, they belong to the s block. Now coming to group 13 to group 18, elements of group 13 to group 18. Group 13 to group 18, all these elements, they belong to the p block. Now in these, as we know that p has maximum of 6 electrons, so there are 6 vertical columns here. There are 6 vertical columns here in which the p orbital is being filled. P1 configuration, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6. The last group has P6 configuration. So it is completely filled. Now group 18 is of elements which are known as inert gases, since they have completely filled p orbitals. These have completely filled p orbitals. So they are very inactive or inert. So they are present in the last group 18 elements, which don't show any reaction, hardly show any reaction. Now elements belonging to the d block are those elements in which the d orbital is being filled. These elements, starting from group 3 to group 12. Starting from group 3 to group 12, these elements are belong to d block elements, because the last electron is entering the d orbital. Now you can see that there are 10 vertical columns in the d block. There are 10 vertical columns in the d block because 10 electrons have to enter the d orbital. D can hold a maximum of 10 electrons. So we have 10 groups here. The first column has D1 configuration, then D2, D3, D4, D5, like this up to D10 configuration. Now in group 12 of the D block, we have zinc, cadmium and mercury. We have zinc, cadmium and mercury. 1 minute. Zinc, cadmium and mercury. Now zinc, cadmium and mercury have a configuration which is completely filled, 3d10 4s2 or 5d10 4d10 5s2 or 5d10 6s2 of mercury. So the configuration is completely filled, electrons are completely filled. So these actually should not be present in the d block or along with the transition elements, but since the last electron is entering the d orbital, so they are placed here, zinc, cadmium and mercury. Then we have a block of elements which are placed at the bottom. We have two series of elements. which are placed at the bottom, and we call them as F block elements, since the last electron is entering the f orbital. Here the last electron is entering the f orbital. Now the upper horizontal series is known as the lanthanoid series, in which the f orbital is being filled. 4f orbital is being filled, and the elements which are placed in the lower series of the f block, they are known as actinoids, and in this 5f orbital is being filled. In actinoids 5f orbital is being filled, in lanthanoids 4f orbital is being filled. So actually these are present here along with the transition elements, but they form a different separate group because f orbitals are being filled here. So they are actually lanthanoids and actinoids. Lanthanoids and actinoids. Now coming to the number of elements present in each period. Now if we look at the periods, that is the horizontal columns, we can see that the first period has two elements, hydrogen and helium. After the first period we have the second period, which is having 8 elements. The second period starting from lithium and ending up at neon has 8 elements. And after the second period we have the third period, which also has 8 elements, which is the third period. And after the third period, the fourth period has 18 elements. The fourth period has 18 elements. We can see this forms the first transition series. Here we have the first transition series starting from scandium and ending at zinc in the fourth period. Similarly, in the fifth period, we have the second transition series starting from yttrium and completing at cadmium. And the third transition series starting from lanthanum and completing at mercury. And the fourth transition series is starting from actinium and ending at atomic number 112. So all the elements which are present after uranium in the actinide series, they are known as transuranic elements. They are known as transuranic elements. All the elements after uranium are known as transuranic elements because these are all radioactive elements. Now if we look at lanthanides and actinides, the lanthanoids, their chemistry is rather simpler as compared to actinoids, because actinoids, they show variable oxidation states and it is difficult to study them because they are most of them are very radioactive in nature. So, and they have a very short half-life, so the study becomes difficult. Now after this we have the properties of the different groups, S block, P block, T and F. Now if you look at the periodic table, the metals are placed on the left side, and as we proceed towards the right side we have non-metals. When we move from the left side to the right side, the metallic character is changing to the non-metallic character. That is why the elements in between the S and P block are known as transition elements because they are showing transition from metallic to non-metallic character. Then there is a set of elements in the P block which is shown here by the brown color, which is actually showing properties in between metal and non-metal, so they are known as metalloids. Now group 16 elements are known as chalcogens. Group 16 is a family of oxygen, and these elements are known as chalcogens. Group 17 elements are known as halogens. Now halogens, these are highly electronegative elements, halogens, and these are short of 1 electron. All the halogens are short of 1 electron, so these are highly reactive in nature, highly electronegative. But in any group, if you move down the group, the metallic character increases. As you move down the group, the metallic character will increase and the non-metallic character will decrease. But if we move along a period, the non-metallic character is going to increase and the metallic character is going to decrease. So this is some general idea, some properties of the elements and a general idea about the periodic table. Thank you so much.